Hi y'all, I know it's been a minute since I made a video. I tried to make one a while ago. It just didn't go through because I have bad signal towards my work. And then I got super busy. So sorry about that. So update, let's see. The next day, I was trying to make a video because I got my first ever ticket ever. Apparently I was going 74 in a 55-mile zone. I didn't mean to. I didn't even realize I was doing it. It was one of those days where it was on the last stretch of road before I had to turn two more times to get to work. But it's like the longest stretch because I'm on the freeway for at least 20 minutes all by itself. And then I'm on a stretch of road for at least almost another 10 minutes. So I drove. And this was one of those days that nobody was in front of me, no one was behind me, so I was just kind of cruising. I put my foot at a level where I'm really good at like being accurate with my speed, so I put it at 55 with my foot on the pedal, and I just kept it at that speed. I didn't move my foot, I just left it there. Well, unfortunately, that stretch of road has hills, and you go up and you go down, and then there's slight curves. So I guess because, you know, when you go down, you're speeding up, and since my foot was locked in a position to keep the speed where it was supposed to be, I had kept it at the speed it was receiving when it was going down the hill. Now, by the time it goes up the hill, yes, it decreased a little bit, but not a lot, because when your foot's on it's not going to it doesn't tend to decrease other than maybe 5 miles per hour, not even. And then you go down the hill, and then you speed up. So I wasn't looking at my speed for at least, I don't know, 3 minutes straight. I hadn't checked because there was no one in front of me, there was no one behind me, and there was no one like literally driving near me. So I wasn't, I wasn't really looking, so I was kind of zoning out. And it was one of those days where I was like on top of things. I left the house early and everything.
We're going to get prescriptions and coming back.
Bye. And that's when it happened. Huh? Alright, sounds good. Sorry. So yeah, I did all this, and this is when it happened. A vehicle finally was coming towards me on their side. It looks like one of those vehicles that you always think is a cop car, but it's never really a cop car. Well, this one apparently was. So I was driving, I hadn't pressed the gas, I hadn't pressed the brake, I hadn't moved my foot from that position. I also hadn't looked at my gas because they're not on my side of the road, so I didn't think to look at how fast I was going. Next thing I know, the car passes me. And I always have this tendency to look in the rearview mirror just to see what the back looks like, because you know those pictures and stuff like that. So I looked in the mirror, and this mirror, and the next thing I know, it doesn't screech, it slows down, goes to the side like it's gonna, drive off the road on their side to the right. And next thing I know, it's flipping a U-turn and speeding up towards me. And that's when I realized, oh crap, that was a police car, because when it passed me, I realized, I think that's a police car because I saw the little symbol, but I wasn't aware. By this time, I had let go of the gas. And of course, I'm like, okay, how fast am I going? And I was just like, what is he doing? At first I was like, what the heck is happening? Because I didn't think I was going fast. And then I looked down and I realized I was like, oh, so I let go of the gas. I just let it cruise. And I ended up at 55, and I put my foot back on it. But this time, he's on my tail. Like, on my tail. Like, he could run me over if he just, like, pressed the gas, like, a little bit. Like, he has some space, but just, and next, I'm waiting. I'm like, is he going to pull me over? Is he just seeing if I'm going fast? What is happening right now? I don't know. I've never been pulled over, so I have no clue what they're doing. And the next thing I know, a couple minutes later, as he's still trailing me, he eventually turns on his lights, and I eventually pull over, and he gives me a ticket, blah, 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 and tells me I'm going 774 miles an hour in the 55 zone. I was like, I'm sorry, I wasn't aware. Gave him my card, my license. I tried to give him my insurance card, but apparently I forgot to print off this month's insurance card. How was I supposed to know? I hadn't needed it in a minute. So, of course, I tried to use the app. I kept getting locked out. I was nervous. I couldn't remember the freaking password. Texting my mom, telling her I needed to know. She's irritated because of dogs. This is when we had the last puppy. And she was irritated because she was awake because of the puppy, because I left her upstairs, etc. It was a whole situation. It was all bad. And I got the ticket, and it's $173.50, I think. Hold on. I actually have it over here. No, $175.30. My bad. I've been calculating it the other way. Huh. I might have to do some remath, because I've been debating how much I need to take out of my paycheck every week for the next couple of weeks until I have to pay it off, which is due by August 26th. I miscalculated. Oops. It's a good thing I took out an extra couple dollars for this paycheck, but I'll definitely have to recalculate. Anyways, so yeah. And he said he did something to it that caused it to actually be $50. I'm sorry. Are you telling me this ticket was over $200 for speeding? I've never had a ticket, so I didn't realize they were more than $100. I didn't even realize they were more than $150. No, it's actually more than $200 for speed. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, well, there goes the rest of my financial funding for sure. You know, I mean, we're okay so far, but eventually I'm going to be running out of money. Like, I'm losing my food stamps next month, so by the time I'm like 2 payments taken out of my check, not including including bills and stuff, I probably won't have any leftover money, basically. Maybe $50. I have $50 set aside right now, but that doesn't include possibly having to get an oil change, doesn't include getting dog food, doesn't include going food shopping if I need to. It's just all bad. So it's just like, how do I pay this off by the time I don't have to go to work or anything, thank goodness, because whatever. But like, so now I've been using the cruise control, because screw getting a ticket. And then everybody likes to pass me because they don't think I'm going the speed limit. I'm going the speed limit. I hope you get freaking pulled over. Especially the ones that actually literally go around you. You know? Yeah. If it had been a day where I was right behind a vehicle following their speed, that vehicle probably would have gotten pulled over, and I wouldn't have, or that vehicle wouldn't have gotten pulled over, and the officer wouldn't have cared, because I passed officers on that road before when there was other drivers in front of me. Nothing ever happened. So now it happens when no one's around, and I just happen to be going faster than I realized because I hadn't checked, because I was in a set speed when I started that track. I didn't realize keeping my foot there I wasn't thinking. So yeah, that was great. So that's what happened that day. This was Friday, I believe. Yes, last Friday. And then Marcus came over. Yes, his name is Marcus. Yes, he will be aware of this. I might as well call him by his name because he is a friend, even if possible things do happen, whatever. Anyways, he did come over this last weekend. He chilled, etc. I was dealing with cramps all freaking week. For over a week, it was really bad. No. So he just kind of chilled with me and everything. I was like, oh, that's so nice. I don't want to do anything this weekend. Well, I didn't exactly say that to him, but he got the gist, because I did express that I wasn't feeling great. No, I wasn't. So yeah, we chilled, hung out. We made plans. This weekend, I'm actually going to see him at his place and meet his mom and all this stuff. You know, he's been over to my house 3 times now. We're definitely friends. We've known each other for a very long time now. Several months. I think... Is it several months? I think it's several months. I feel like it's several months. I don't know. I deleted all my dating apps, so I can't go back and check. And if I re-download them, they're just going to be like, there's nothing here. So, especially POF. POF is weird. So yeah, we've known each other for a minute. At least we've known each other more than 2 months for sure. I think we're actually past the 3-month mark, way past it. Don't know. That's really interesting. I really need to look into that. Anyways, so yeah, so it's about time I, eventually get immersed into his life and, get introduced to that. It's just a 2-hour drive. So, but we're gonna go see the movie I've been dying to wait for. The movie I've been, the whole point, the whole point I started watching the Marvel series. It was because Spider-Man 2, Far From Home. He's had tickets, 4 tickets. His mom was gonna use 2, he had 2 as well, or something like that, or 3 tickets, I don't know. I just know there's 2 tickets left, and he's used one already, a couple before, and he's gone to see the movie. The only problem is, the tickets are only for the place where he lives. And I'm like, and he's like, if you come down, we could go see the movie. I'm like, I'm in. No hesitation. Let's do this. It's going to totally happen. So yeah. So now that's going to happen. I even canceled volunteering, even though I do it every Sunday. This will be the first time I don't volunteer on Sundays, so that's going to be a little weird. It's going to be too long of a drive to try to make it back on Sunday when I'm only going to be, I'm going to go on Friday, which means I'll stay over for 2 nights. But if you look at the actual time amount, by the time I leave my house Friday, I probably won't leave until, I want to get an oil change and get my car checked before I go. My mom's going to do that for me. So I get off at 2. I'll get home by 3. My mom will check my car probably by 4. So between 4 and 5, I will probably head out. And by the time I get down there, it will be, if I leave at 4, it will be 6 by the time I get down there. If I leave at 5, it will be 7 by the time I get down there, depending on traffic and all this stuff. So hopefully it doesn't take that long. But hopefully by then I'll be down there watching the movie. I'll stay the night, we'll chill for a day, and then I'll probably stay there for like almost 2 days, depending on what time I would have to leave at the crack of dawn on Sunday if I did volunteering. Now I could always leave later if I didn't do volunteering, which is why I canceled it. So I probably won't be coming back until probably 8 o'clock my time. So I probably won't leave this place until the time I get there on Friday. So Friday I'll probably get there around 6 or 7. So I probably won't leave his place until 4 or 5 like I did on Friday. Like I will on Friday. It hasn't happened yet. I'm just that excited, you guys. What else? I made tons of slime and stuff, so I'll definitely let you guys know about that in the next video. But I think that was the bases. Work has been going well. Yeah. I went swimming yesterday. Oh, no, I didn't go swimming. We planned to go swimming, and we actually went to the gym, but we only walked for 15 minutes because we ended up doing tanning, and then the other person we had a friend come with us, and she got a membership, but it didn't go well because it took her forever. By the time we were ready to get into the pool, she was just getting down there to do her own tanning. Oh yeah, so we were just like, nah. And we were starving, so we also had Panda Express that night yesterday. I also got Oriental Express as well, which is another Chinese place to get some pot stickers. Heck yes. The night before, Monday night, we actually had McDonald's and Taco Bell. My mom and a friend of hers had Taco Bell, and me and the friend that went to the gym with us yesterday had McDonald's. So we've been kind of eating out, we don't have a lot of stuff in the house, so it's nice that the friend is paying, spending some money. So yeah, I think that's everything, and it's been 15 minutes, so I'm gonna let the video go from here. I will see you in a second, just when I start making a video about my slime. Love you guys.